Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was a Miracle Doctor? And yeah guys, it's a non-shinobi unscripted movie as well, and it's a romance kind of movie. So I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins in Konoha's Hokage office. It was the night of October 10th, and Konoha has just survived a catastrophe. The Biju that was unleashed suddenly upon the village was stopped and put to hold. As we go inside the office, as we see, after hearing the discussion and the decision of his successor, Hiruzen's reaction. What? What do you mean you're going to leave Naruto behind and go on to train your other child? Jiraiya, why didn't you tell me about this bullshit? It's not a bullshit, Sensei, said Jiraiya of the Sanin, who was there alongside Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, his wife Kushina Uzumaki, their two children, Menma Uzumaki Namikaze and Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. And Tsunade Senju, as they were talking to their sensei. As Jiraiya spoke, Sensei, it's not a bullshit. It is a prophecy told to me by none other than Gamamaru-sama, the elder of the Toads. I know, but still, why didn't you tell me about any of this? Sensei, it was an important matter, and I discussed it with Minato, who was a Hokage at the time, but you could have told me. Hiruzen said in a hurted tone. Sensei, I didn't mean to. Anyway, that's not the main point. Kushina, how could you? You're an Uzumaki, and you're abandoning one of your own kin and your child, nonetheless, who was born only hours ago? It's not like that, Hiruzen GT. I'm leaving him in your care. And besides, he's not the Jinchuriki. We will inform the populace who the Jinchuriki is, and we will take him with us. What about him then? Doesn't he need his mother and father's love? Is it their attention? Doesn't he have the right to be spoiled? Much nonetheless, then now he's a civilian because his chakra levels are so low, thanks to the QB that was messing inside with them in your womb. As Kushina flinched, as Tsunade came with a narrow gaze, Sensei, that is enough. Be reasonable, please. The child should be placed in an orphanage where he will be kept under watch by your Anbu. I know you can do it, Sensei, and there is no way any of the populace will try to corrupt him because he's nothing but a civilian. Tsunade, that is a quite rude way to put it, don't you think? It might be, but it is what it is. I'm stating facts. I'm sorry, Kushina, Minato, as both of them were looking at her as she said those words, but Naruto is useless to us now. He's not useless, said Minato. We are just leaving him in the care of the village, that's all. Minato said, trying to console himself that he was making the right choice, as Jiraiya was also not having second thoughts. Yeah, that is what we're doing, Tsunade. We're not leaving him. Who are you kidding, Jiraiya? Right? Are you trying to convince yourself? Because you're not convincing any of us. The way I see it, the way Sensei see it, and deep down in your hearts you all see it. We are abandoning him. Don't you think it's quite odd and weird? 13 years later, we come here and say, hey kid, we are your family and godparents, and his reaction be like, oh, thank God you're back. I missed you guys, and give us a big hug? Bullshit. That would never happen. As Hiruzen nodded, as everyone was looking down in shame, but it has to be done. Jiraiya said with resolve in his eyes. If I have to carry the hatred of Naruto for my whole life, I will. But he will realize once the world will be saved by Menma's hand, because he carries the will of fire and the QB now. Only he can master it. As Minato and Kushina, after hearing their senses' words, nodded as well, with determination in their eyes, as Tsunade sighed. Listen, I came here to go with you guys because I promised Kushina, but I don't think I should go because someone has to stay behind so that Naruto has the will to forgive you guys. Or if we don't stay behind, none of us will, then he will not forgive us. The way I see it, it will happen. True, Hiruzen said, that is what I'm trying to say. One of you should stay behind. But Tsunade, what about Menma? What if he gets hurt? Jiraiya said. What if Naruto gets hurt? He's a civilian, Jiraiya, and he has the QB. She said, pointing towards Menma. QB can heal Menma just like Kyuubi did to Kushina and Mitobacha. Don't you think it is quite unfair to Naruto? It is. I'll be lying if I don't think so, but it is unfair to the world as well. We have to leave him. I'm going out. Jiraiya said. With a heavy sigh, he vanished. I'll be waiting outside the gates, Minato. Make your decision. I'll be leaving after 2 hours. With or without you. I'll have my answer either way. As he disappeared with those words. Now, what are you going to do, Minato? Said Hiruzen. As Kushina was the one. As Minato was about to spoke up to stop him. We'll leave. We're leaving Naruto here. Tsunade, please come. Fine. But you will regret this, Kushina. I'll take the burden then. Please, we have to go. As Hiruzen was quite shocked, and his eyes were widened as dinner plates. As everyone left, Naruto was there, left behind, in his arms. As he saw, as little baby Naruto squirmed and looked at him and laughed. As Hiruzen, for the first time, after the deaths of so many people, his loved ones, shed tears at the fate of this child. How could they do this to you? I'm so sorry, little one. Your family just abandoned you. As Naruto laughed, looking at the old man, as the old man smiled, still crying. Wow, an innocent soul abandoned by them. And then, everything broke inside Hiruzen. His kind-hearted grandpa-ish features that he once shown towards the village, towards Namikaze Uzumaki family, were gone. He will only show this to his own children. And Naruto, none else. To everyone else, he was none else than the third Hokage. As he said, I promise to myself, Naruto, I will protect you. As then an envoy came in and dropped by. As both of his eyes were blazing, one with fury, the other one glowing red. It was none other than Kakashi. It seems you heard everything, Kakashi. How could he? Kakashi said as within his hand he crushed his own mask, which was a dog Anbu mask. After everything he preached to me, that bastard. Kakashi said with so much anger and venom in his eyes. That whore, I will kill them. No, it is Naruto's choice. We are to raise him if you want. I will. He abandoned me and Naruto. And I will make sure they never get involved in his life. True, I will as well, said Hiruzen as Kakashi was quite confused. I thought you will, well, scold me and such, Hokage-sama. I should have, Kakashi, but as the things are going like this, I don't think it is wise. Now, I believe our future Hokage and current Hokage has an announcement to make to the populace. And so true to his words, Minato announced that who his son was, Menma Uzumaki Namikaze. To the populace, it was his only son and the new Jinchuriki. And he told them that he will be living with his son and wife to the outer parts of the said village, and heck, even the land of fire, to train him in order to control and mold the Kyuubi at his will. As everyone cheered, because they knew if anyone could do it, it was their Hokage's son. Behind everyone's cheers, Naruto's cries were forgotten by his family as they were basking in the glory of their future son, or so-called savior of the mankind. As Hiruzen and none other than Kakashi were glaring daggers at them, because both of them knew what was going on. As Minato noticed that they were also present there, as they were about to leave with their smiles on their face. I guess we're leaving. Please take care of him, Kakashi. Don't have to tell me that, Minato. I will either way. He said and without saying goodbye, he vanished in the sunshine. As Minato's eyes widened. What is wrong with him? Kushina said, a little bit annoyed that Kakashi said these words to him. It seems that he's a little bit mad, said Hiruzen. Now if you excuse me and Naruto has to go. Wait, can I? No. He lost that right in my eyes, Kushina. But I'm his mother. He has the only choice to say that. Until then, I am his guardian, as you chose me. And in my eyes, you are not worthy to be called a mother. Not his, at least. He said as he left. Kushina was heartbroken at this, and so was Minato. And both of their students of the said man as well, as they narrowed their eyes at the sensei. Sensei, that was not nice, says Jiraiya and Tsunade as they appeared in front of their sensei. Inside the office, as Minato and Kushina, alongside Menma, had went home to pack their stuff. You don't have the right to tell me anything, Jiraiya. Oh, come on, Sensei. Please. We are doing this for the whole world. Can't you see that? Can't you see the bigger picture? Just one kid is in front of your eyes. Yes, there is one innocent kid that you're about to whose life is about to be destroyed by your hands, Jiraiya, and yours as well, Tsunade. Even after you saw through my logic and even agreed with me, you're still going with them. Tsunade looked away. I have to go where my family is. And what about him? Isn't he a part of the Uzumaki clan as well, or are you just going to brush him off like he's just a baggage? As both of them stayed quiet, as they were about to convince their sensei, Hiruzen finally snapped. Just shut up, I don't want to listen to any of your stuff. No wonder Orochimaru was my favorite. All you two bicker is about nonsense and nothing else. Two grown-up shinobi with still childhood minds in their bodies. I'm so disappointed in both of you, he said, turning away from them and crying Naruto in his arms, cradling him and watching from the window towards his village. Leave. As both of them were quite heartbroken, mainly Jiraiya, because of his words. As both of them left without saying a word, Tsunade put a hand on his shoulder to consult him. It's alright. He's just mad that we're leaving the kid, that's all. He will see through everything once Menma becomes strong and save the whole world. Yes, I'm sure, Jiraiya. That is why I'm only following you. Because we have the responsibility to train him. Both you and me. As Jiraiya smiled, and so did Tsunade as they left. And true to their world, they left after that. Time passed since then, and after 8 years, nobody knew who Naruto's parents were. Everybody knew that he was just an innocent kid, and quite a genius one at that. As in the orphanage, he was quite the genius and curious one, as whoever was injured there, he will help him and try to bandage him up after seeing once how the Matrix did it. And Matrix was quite pleased with him. Her name was Mio. She was a civilian with no background, and she was the head of the orphanage in which Naruto stayed. And she, alongside every other children, grown up or little, loved Naruto because Naruto was kind of a caretaker for them. He will treat their wounds and look after them whenever they got sick. And Hiruzen from time to time will visit him, and he was surprised that how gentleman of a kid was Naruto, as he saw something that his parents couldn't see in him, a hidden potential, even if his chakra levels were low. Say, Naruto, in one of his spirits, said Hiruzen to Naruto as they were eating Ichiraku ramen. What is it, Gigi? Do you want to become a doctor? Because you have a kink for healing, right? Yes, I do. I wish to become one. I see. How about you and me, after finishing this bowl, visit the Anbu doctor, my own friend, Hiyashi. Not the Hyuga one, just another normal person named Hiyashi. Alright. I'll go with you, Gigi. As after finishing their bowls, they went towards the Anbu hospital and the department of the head. It was none other than Hiyashi, another civilian shinobi that rose to the fame and became a medic. He helped and saved so many lives in the second and third war, and was a grumpy old man now because of the paperwork. What is it, Hiruzen? Why have you come here? Hello, old friend Hiyashi. I brought you to see this little boy. His name is Naruto. As Hiyashi narrowed his eyes at Hokage after seeing the boy. What can I do for him? He has quite a talent for healing others and bandaging others. So you want me to take him as my prodigy or student? Yes, but alright, I'll examine him first. As he got up and sat down. Okay, kid, stand still. Okay, sir. As he scanned Naruto's whole body, and after scanning, he got up. I see. The kid has quite the talent, but his chakra is normal and low. I will train him, and his chakra levels will increase. Leaps and beyonds increase. Now, you'll be asking, and everyone will be asking a dumb question, why Yashi will say such stuff? Was he some kind of a cool medic or something? Yes, he was. And he was a medic shinobi, the number one medic shinobi in the whole world. Aside from Tsunade, who was a konobichi and a medic. Top one in the whole world. Tsunade, at one point, learned her medical techniques from the said man. And, well, prospered leaps and beyonds and got fame for herself as well. I will train him. Are you sure about this, friend? Said none other than Hiruzen. I know his chakra levels are low. Are you sure and up for this challenge? Huh, are you kidding me? I trained that idiot Tsunade, and she was the grumpiest one, and even if she was a senju, she had little to no chakra, even little than this kid. And now she's a chakra monster. As Hiruzen didn't know about that. How? He wondered. I guess his friend had kept some secrets. And his student as well. Again, he was not surprised about her. I see. Good. I will keep this hidden. And you will only report to me about his progress. So Naruto, how about this? Whenever he's free and given time, you will come here and learn from him. And become a best medic in the world. Hi. If you have me, sir, I'm honored. As Yashi quirked his eyebrow. Do you know about me, kid? Yes, I read your books about medical records. It was only available in the library that we were allowed to read, not any shinobi for holders. Naruto said, you know how to read and write? Yes, sir, I kinda learned it by myself. As Yashi then said, fine kid, come here tomorrow, from tomorrow onwards, every day, at 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. How about that? I'll be honored, sir. I will be there in time. Now run along, kid. See, Naruto-kun, can you return to your orphanage? I have some things to talk about to my old friend now. I guess I have some answers to give. Alright, Gigi. Goodbye, Mr. Hiyashi-san. And Gigi, goodbye, Naruto. Both of them said as Naruto left the room. After his running steps were gone, Hiyashi narrowed his eyes again to his old friend. Hiruzen, what the hell is this? How come we were not told about that Minato and Kushina had another child? So you figured it out. I had a hunch when I saw the kid, but when I examined him, I sensed both of their chakras inside of him. Impressive. Your chakra sensing and detecting technique has gotten way more advanced than Tsunade. She's my student, and the teacher has to keep a upper hand on his student either way, right? True, really. So, the reason is that they didn't want to take him, and after explaining everything that went down, Yashi for once was pissed at his previous student, and not only that, at Minato and Kushina as well. Damn it, and we named him Hokage. Nice choice, Hiruzen. Yeah, about that, it was kind of a people's vote, and I was kind of going schnell and went with the flow, I guess, as they had a chuckle. So, Hiruzen said, do you really think that he can become an awesome medic? Yeah, no sweat broken. Heck, I think that with his genius, and how much of a genius that kid is, he will be a medical prodigy, breaking leaps and bones, and maybe he will be able to heal him. You mean him? Yes, him. He will be able to clear his chakra poisoning. I hope so. It's been a long time since he's been in a coma since we found him after the war. Yeah, you're right. Who are they talking about? Well, who else? Then Tobirama Senju himself. He's been in a coma, just like Captain America, without de-aging. His water jutsu, in which he imprisoned himself so that he could heal himself, was still on and active, still trying to fight his chakra poisoning that was thrown at him by some ninjutsu and funjutsu at it. And he was chakra poisoned then and there. And he was still unconscious from then on. Once he is able to break it, if he is, then he will rise and see what the village has become, what his students has become. And I should be prepared for the scolding that will come sooner or later. Yeah, your scolding will be like a child's play in front of, well, Danzo and Koharu and Hamura, because they are the corrupt ones. You're right, old friend. Well, I'm leaving now. Please monitor his progress. And from the 8 years of age, Naruto was now a prodigy, breaking leaps and bounds and becoming a medic, and earning his medic license at the age of 12 until Uchiha massacre happened, or so they thought, as Mikoto and Fugaku, who were barely alive, were brought to the hospital, and guess who was there in charge of operation? None other than Naruto himself, as he was there with his sensei. Naruto, can you take care of those two Uchihas? I'll go do the postmortem of the others. But sensei, they're alive. Really? Can you handle the surgery, kid? But it is my first. Everything has to go first, Naruto. I believe in you. You can do this, kid. Don't disappoint me. We're losing time. You almost have half an hour to save both of them. Damn it, I have such short time. As Naruto then clasped his hands both together to gather chakra from thin air and air itself. It was a technique that he learned from his sensei, Hiyashi, when he was training under him from the first year. At the current age, he was 12. As after gathering enough chakra, he put one hand on Mikoto's stab wound and the other on Fugaku's, as he exited his own chakra through channeling it through his hand's coil into the Mikoto and Fugaku wounds as they started to heal, and the nerves as well healed by themselves with his chakra, and blood started flow as their heartbeat was still lower. Damn it, I have to do this. As he gathered some more chakra and activated Raiton nature. Raiton. Shock pump as both his palms were placed on their hearts, and then a jerk of lightning or electricity bolted through his hands, jerking them as they were cleared now, and their heartbeat rose as Naruto was on the ground, panting heavily. Damn it, that takes a lot out of me, but I hope they're alive now. As Naruto got up on his knees, as he saw that both Hiyashi and, Hiruzen were there now, and looking at Mikoto and Fugaku, who were out of the danger zone. It seems that both the matriarchs of the Uchiha clan are alive. Naruto, I have another patient that survived this massacre. He is inside another ward. Would you go and look up for him? Yes, I'll go. As Naruto left in a hurry, both the friends looked at the couple that were lying down. So, what now? Are you going to put charges on them or something? No, they survived a massacre at the hands of their older son, nonetheless. No other Uchiha was left alive, but they were barely alive, and that is something. Yes, that is something, old friend. But the stabs, they were through the hearts, I'm sure of it. Their chakra, that was healing them, said Hiyashi to Hiruzen. Really now? Yes, it is a technique hidden only in Uchiha clan. Maybe taught to the main family, I guess, to survive a fatal attack. And that is why they're holding on to their lives. If my guess is true, and Naruto was there in time to save them. As on the other side, Naruto entered Sasuke's room. Or he was surprised when he found out that Sasuke was a girl. What? It's not a boy, it's a girl, he said to the nurse. I'm sorry, Naruto, but it is what it is. It's alright, Nei-chan, I'll take care of it. Just go, okay? As the nurse nodded, leaving the room to the kid. As Naruto then clasped his hands together and closed his eyes. And nobody saw it, but there was faint markings of the Shodai Hokage sage mode appearing on his forehead and his eyes. And when he opened them, he placed both of his palms on Sasuke, or the girl in front of him he didn't know about, but he was damn sure that she was an Uchiha, and channeled all of his chakra that he was gathering from nature into her. After some time, it was done. She was out of the danger zone, and her mentality was healed before it was broken beyond repair. As Naruto was now panting heavily as the girl gurgled and her eyes opened. Where am I? She said, as then her eyes opened. Her hanji was dropped, and there was a kid in front of her. As Naruto coughed blood in his hand, as now he was on the ground. Both his hands and knees were on the ground, as he coughed up a lot of blood, as he was panting heavily. Someone, please, anyone! I need help here, said Sasuke, as the doctors rushed inside alongside some nurse. Naruto, what happened? He was like that when I woke up. Get me a stretcher. And the doctor laid Naruto there, who was now in deep trouble, as they were now healing him with chakra. Damn it, it's chakra exhaustion and nature poisoning that is affecting him. As Naruto exited the Sage mode, the Nature Chakra left him. The Nature Chakra left his body. Now we all have to do is just give him some Chakra pills. As after having eaten 2 Chakra pills and 1 hour rest, Naruto woke up. And he was being glared at by none other than Hiruzen and Yashi himself. I guess I kind of went too far. You damn idiot, Yashi said, and bonking him on the head. Itai, sensei, that hurts. Yeah, it better be. Why did you think I hit you then, you idiot? Naruto, why did you do it? Said Hiruzen. Well, I had to save her. Her. Last time I checked, Sasuke was a boy. But I'm damn sure that she's a girl. Her anatomy shows that. Must be a genjutsu. I have to speak to Fugaku once he wakes up. So, how are the other patients that survived the massacre? They're alive, Naruto. All out of danger. That's good. I guess I can rest now. And Naruto finally closed his eyes to sleep, as both of the elders chuckled after seeing his reaction. And the whole hospital was now spreading rumors in the village that Naruto, an orphan kid from an orphanage, saved the lives of the Uchiha matrices and their son, as they were now out of danger and being guarded heavily by the Anbus. Danzo, on the other hand, gritted his teeth. Damn it, my plan failed. And his 2 companions, Hamura and Koharu, also gritted their teeth. Now they couldn't do anything about it. But on the other hand, they were all pleased to see that the forgotten son, whom they all deemed useless, of none other than their hero, was now useful. And not only useful, he was quite capable as well, a capable medic, saving lives of those who should have died. Because the Tanto Danzo gave to Itachi to murder his whole clan was poisoned from the most poisonous snake in the entire elemental nation. And yet the kid was able to save them all. He was quite surprised. And to be honest, he quite respected the kid now. And he wanted to watch what the kids could do now. What the future holded for him. As the news spread, it reached even the clan heads' ears. And they wanted to get attention, mainly one person, Hyuga, Hiyashi Hyuga, because his wife's health was declining fast. And he was now going to put faith and the life of his wife in the hands of a child, in his eyes. A child at the age of 12. As we see Naruto sitting in his office that was given to him by none other than the hospital of Konoha, as he was speaking to the Uchiha clan head. What can I do for you, Hyuga-sama? Well, Mr. Naruto, I'm here to tell you that I need your help, because my wife's life is in danger. Where is she? In my house. Can I go see her now? Interesting. He's up to help anyone, I guess. Yes, it'll be the utmost honor to have you there. No, the honor is mine, Hyuga-sama. Please lead the way. As both of them arrived after half an hour of travel from the hospital at civilian pace to their compound, mainly to their house. As they entered there, Naruto saw a weak woman lying in a bed. Hello, ma'am. I'm Naruto. I'm a prodigy at a hospital, a student of Hiyashi-sama. You mean my husband? No, my sensei also has the same name as your husband. Now please lie down and try to relax, Naruto said as he started to examine her. Weird. As he then held her pulses and with his hand to check it. As I suspected. As Naruto got up, your wife has brain cancer. What? What do you mean? To be more specific, she has a tumor. Tumor is cancer, so yeah, she has brain cancer. And the cancer is starting to spread, going from her brain down, traveling through her backbone all the way to her stomach. As Yashi's eyes widened, is there any way to cure it? Not that I'm aware of. It is the first time that I've seen this. It is caused due to over-excessive use of your Kekkei Byakugan, I suppose? Yes. It has its drawbacks. I don't know if I can treat it. I see. You can leave now. I guess I will, Naruto said as he left. The whole night he couldn't sleep because he was thinking and many thoughts to find a cure for the said woman. He couldn't just let her die because Naruto didn't have a family, and he saw a little girl from behind the wooden door looking at him with hope in her eyes. He'll be damned if he let that hope broken. So Naruto did what he thought. He worked his mind, read many books on medical and the said condition, and found second to none. He experimented with some herbs and all. I guess this should work, Naruto said. And when the portion that he created finally worked, he was happy. Yatta! It finally worked. I hope this does. As Naruto arrived, in the middle of the night, in the Yuga compound, as the Yuga guard stopped him. Stop. What is your purpose? I was brought here by Yashisama in the morning earlier today, and I think I can kind of find the cure for his wife. Can you call him? The guard nodded as one of the guards went inside to the main house as Yashi appeared. Hello, Naruto. My guards told me that you were here with some cure. Yes. Are you sure it is tested? No, but I am 100% sure it will work. Are you really sure that it will work? Yes, it has to. It will. As Naruto arrived in her room and saw that her health was quite decaying. Oh my gosh, she's losing her life force. Please, close the door. As Naruto rushed and applied the gel to her put the portion inside of her through her earlobe after pinching it with a senbon, and then made her drink the rest. And then started to gather nature's chakra as the markings started to appear again. And then from black they turned to red, and then from red they turned to gold. And then he started to apply both chakra points. One was the stomach and the other one was the earlobe. He started to channel all the nature chakra inside of it as the golden hue started to glow from beneath his hand. As Naruto started to roar because he was using so much chakra. And after an excessive usage of chakra, Naruto was on his knees, panting heavily again. Damn it, I should stop doing that. Yashi-sama, I need you to examine her with your Byakugan. Look for any black material you can see. You mean those black spots that I saw from her head to her stomach were the cancer? Yes, please check. As Yashi activated his Byakugan, but was surprised. Wow, it is quite intriguing. They are burning. Yes, it worked. Just keep an eye on her and tell me when it stops. It's completely gone. Now, punch her in the gut and make her puke everything. What? I'm sorry, just do it. As Naruto grabbed a sudden vase and dropped the flowers and put her on her mouth as Yashi punched her gut. As lo and behold, black fluid was vomited. As from her earlobe, the black fluid started to get out as well because of the force of the punch. As after the whole black fluid was gone, is it out yet? Yes, I think everything is gone. Thank God. She's safe now. What is this black fluid? Just burn it and destroy it. It is the said cancer that was inside of her. Yashi's eyes widened. You separated the cancer from her body. That is amazing, Naruto, he said, being certainly impressed by that. The servants who listened to this were quite shocked as well. A kid at the age of 12 was able to outclass the doctors, the world-renowned doctors, their own doctors from the Yuga clan. As after that, Naruto, having their gratitude, left, receiving nothing because he was that selfless. And Yuga started to spread this rumor that Naruto saved the life of the Yuga Matriarch as well, after saving the lives of the Uchihas. As Sasuke Uchiha, with a girl known to the world as Sasuke Uchiha, who was a boy, was sitting in her parents' room as the Anbus guarded. As she grabbed the hands of her mother, as she started to cry, please wake up. I don't want to feel alone. As suddenly she saw her mother's hand move. As her mother started to open her eyes. Sasuke? Mom, I'm here. Sasuke, are you dead too? No, Mom, we're alive. You, me, Dad, we're all alive. You were saved by a doctor, I was told. I see. Let me rest. Rest as well, my little girl. Please. Because I can see that you haven't rested. As finally Satsuki, now known to the world, fell asleep on her mother's bed, hugging her as well. Her wounds long healed, alongside her mother's and her father's, who was who has waken up but was still closed eyes listening to everything attentively. I see I was saved, but I was damn sure that I would have died that night. I should have died. But I guess if I had died, nobody would have left behind to take care of Satsuki, and she would have been heartbroken. Itachi, you have chosen the wrong road, my son. Even if we were in the wrong, but the road you have chosen is much worse than ours. And without second thoughts, he fallen asleep as well. Next morning, the whole family woke up, as Satsuki cried in their arms about the whole massacre, as the parents, after comforting her, told her one thing, as Fugaku began. Satsuki, I have to tell you a thing, my daughter. Itachi did this for a reason. He told me he did this to satisfy his lust for his powers, that's all, that he gained. After killing Shisui Nisan. No, he told you half of the truth. He did not kill Shisui, and he did not use this to test out his powers. He killed us. Yes, he did, on his own free will. But he killed us only for two reasons. Because we were planning a coup against the village, and for the second, he told us, was to save you. Protect you from those who are corrupted inside this village. As Satsuki's eyes fallen, before she started to cry, as both mother and daughter comforted each other. As Ananbu went away to go and call the Hokage as he arrived. Hello, Fugaku, Mikoto. Ah, little Satsuki, I presume? Yes. Why did you hide her identity and showed her that she was your son? In order to protect her. What do you mean? In order to protect her from being raped or kidnapped. That is why I have to do it. I see. True. Then why did you plan a coup, Fugaku? Because of your corrupted ruling points. Because we saw that Minato didn't even look into it. I supported him when he became the Hokage, even if the whole Uchiha clan thought against it. But I have faith. But because of the corrupted council members, some of your council members, I'm damn sure you know who I'm talking about, Hokage-sama. Because of them, everything fell apart. My clan couldn't take it anymore. They wanted the respect they deserved, because they were one of the founding clan members as well. But they didn't receive any of that. So, they started to plan a coup. First I started to protest it, but then I saw that this village was indeed corrupted and we need to get rid of it. The only coup we were planning were to just kill on the root and those who were involved with it. Besides, there were going to be a lot of casualties, I know that for sure, but I knew that my son turned his back on us. I told him everything, and yet he did what he did. He was manipulated by Danzo. What? What do you mean? Fugaku said with narrowed eyes. Yes. My Anbu told me everything. Danzo is not the only one who plotted spies in here. I plotted some spies in his own little band that he gathered, or so-called root Hanbu. I have gathered information, and we will bring them to justice. But not for now. We have to gather more vital evidence. As Fugaku gritted his teeth. So, who's the doctor that I should be thankful to save me and my wife and my daughter? That I heard from her that she was in a coma. Well, I brought him here with me because I promised him to get some ramen. Naruto, you can come in. As a boy 13 years of age with blonde mop and blue eyes and 3 whisker marks on his each cheek came inside with a lab coat. Konnichiwa, my name is Naruto. How are you doing, Mr. Uchiha and Mrs. Uchiha? Your name, I presume, is Satsuki? Sorry, I kinda was in your room last night when I healed ya 2 days ago. Thank you, said Satsuki, as Mikoto and Fugaku were shocked. Thank you, they said, both of them getting out of their stupidity. Because of their shinobi carriers, they were able to hide their surprise. As after that, Naruto left, waiting for his Gigi outside, as there was an answer to their so-called question regarding Naruto and his parentry. On the other side, in the far capital, the training was almost done for Menma. He has grown up, quite humble like his brother, but the only difference was that he was strong shinobi, quite the powerful one as well. As Minato and Kushina, alongside with Jiraiya and Tsunade, were happy, as they were now celebrating Menma's birthday, because 2 days ago Menma was on Mount Miyaboku, where he celebrated his birthday with the toads, and to be honest, he wasn't surprised how his family was going to treat him once he returned, and he did return, as they now 2 days later was celebrating his birthday, his 12th birthday. As after having their birthday party, they went to sleep, but Kushina couldn't, because in her sleep she saw Naruto walking away from her as she was calling to him, as Naruto glared at her with cold blue eyes, and just walked away. After she got up, she told everything that happened to Minato. Minato just tried to comfort her, but deep down he knew that their limit was up. They had to face Naruto now, and they weren't ready for it, no matter how hard they tried to deny it. But they still had time, or so they thought. That 1 year went away like it was a gust of a wind, and now it was time to return back to the village and enlist their son as an active genin. And so his legend will begin then, and his mission, his one and only true mission to save this world. He was already friends with Kurama, or so he called the nine-tailed fox. Because of his nice nature, the fox gave him a chance. As they were making their way back to the village, they already had gathered their marriage partners, selected both for their sons because those two were the last of their clan heads. Menma was going to be the clan head of Uzumaki clan, as since Namikaze was a civilian clan, so they thought that it should go to Naruto. As for their marriage partners, Menma's marriage partner was selected as Ino Yamanaka from Yamanaka clan long before their birth, because it was revealed that it was going to be a boy. And Kushina demanded that her son had 2 wives each, and Menma's first wife was Ino Yamanaka, and second one was her best friend's daughter, a civilian's daughter, Sakura Haruno. As for Naruto, she decided on her other friend's, Mikoto's daughter, that she thought was born, and her other friend's daughter, Hitomi. As other rose quite an eyebrow at that, and she told them that it was because she wanted to make up to Naruto, and she thought that maybe having strong Konoichi wives will make up for it. Wow, talk about good parenting choice, huh? As they returned, they were welcomed with open arms by the villagers. As they entered the Hokage office, Hiruzen was ready as he handed them the hat and went away without even greeting them. As everyone sighed, as the most heartbroken were their students, as Menma then said, "I guess you kind of messed up, Dad. I told you it was a messed up plan when you left." "Oh, quiet, Yugaki. Sensei's just mad that we left your brother here. Everything will be alright once we meet him." As he called for an Anbu, a parrot named Anbu dropped down. "Summon Naruto here, please. Bring him from the orphanage." "I'm sorry, but the only Naruto that was in the orphanage is now in the hospital. He's the second head of the department, sir. He's quite a miracle doctor, or as the civilians like to call him, as everyone eyes one." "Really? Can you bring him his file as well, alongside him?" As the Anbu disappeared, as another Anbu went to get his file. As the file arrived, they heard what Naruto did, and to be quite surprised, they were astonished to find out that the son they deemed that was just a civilian has become a miracle doctor, so strong that he was able to heal even the fatalist of wounds. And Tsunade was surprised when she found out that he was able to separate the cancer that was a black cancer nonetheless, a fatal one that there was no cure of. He was able to create the cure and able to separate the cancer from the host's body as well, physically. "Impressive," Tsunade said, as Kushina nodded. "He has achieved so many feats while we were away, and now they were having huge doubts, mainly Menma, because he knew deep down in his guts that he was the reason why his brother was abandoned." As QB started to comfort him, "It's alright, Menma. I'm pretty sure that your brother will understand that you were as much of a victim as he was. And what if he didn't? It is your own battle, Gaki, the one I cannot help you fight. Other than that, if you want me to level the earth, I will do it for you. But this, you have to go on your own, kid. I know, Kurama. That is why I'm afraid." As after half an hour of anticipation, Naruto arrived. "You called for me?" "Oh, Okage-sama, I'm surprised you're back. I thought it was a rumor." Naruto. I... Naruto put a hand in his ear. I already figured it out. To-chan, Ga-chan, as their eyes widened. How? Who told you? Nobody, I guess, because I'm a doctor now. I got the access to the, blood sample room where all of your blood samples were kept. And I did some tests because many people told me, whoever I met, that I quite resembled you, so I had my suspicions. And then it was confirmed when I did a medical test. Impressive. What you achieved is quite impressive, kid, said Tsunade. Oh, hello, godmother. And Tsunade's eyes widened. It's quite an honor coming from your mouth because you're quite the top class Konoichi and medic and all. I'm honored. As he then laid eyes on his doppelganger, as he smiled and went towards him and gave him a hug. Hello, brother. How you been doing? As Menma didn't know what to do, as he hugged his brother back and cried, I'm sorry. As Naruto's eyes went, sorry for what? Why are you sorry? Because of me, you were left here. Menma, we're both victims here. What do you mean victims? Jiraiya said. You weren't beaten or anything. No, but we are victims because of your foolishness. We are victims because we were separated at birth because of your foolishness. We are both victims because of your choices. Naruto said with conviction and narrowed eyes at him. Godfather, he said, with venom in his voice. It's an honor to meet you all. I hope you stay here and live a healthy life. If any of you have ever any issue regarding your health, my door is always open for you. If there's nothing else, I will leave now. Naruto said as he started to leave. As he got to the door, he said, Oh, Menma? Yes, brother? You can come visit me anytime. We should get some ramen. I know a great place here. Yeah, I'll love to. Jane, Naruto said as he went outside the door. As Tsunade then said, Wow, that went well. He's quite mature for his age, said Jiraiya. As Menma sighed and looked towards everyone. Yes, he is mature, I see. Why do you think he's a doctor and quite a respected one as that? As on the other side, everyone in the other villages heard rumors about Naruto as well. And they were quite intrigued, mainly A, who had Parkinson's. And he wanted to get this treated because he couldn't control his muscles. Using Raithon chakra continuously through his body has taken a toll on him. As for Oniki, his back issues. And May, after winning the war, because of continuous using of her lava release, her lungs were getting heated up and she was feeling burn pain there. And they started to travel towards Konoha in hopes of alliance and starting anew if the doctor or said doctor could treat them. As they arrived there, they demanded that Naruto check up on them, and Naruto, being the selfless person he was, really did. And after checking everything, Naruto gave them treatment. It went on for 1 month, and the Kages all were cured of their disease and illness. Naruto gave them prescriptions and told them what to do and what not to do. He was surprised that his own doctors, even the doctors from the rest of the elemental nations, even Tsunade, couldn't treat this, and yet this kid, who was only 13 years of age, did. Naruto was now famous in the whole elemental nations. People from far, far away came to Konoha in order to get treatment. Naruto was quite the celebrity now, and the Konoha Council then laid his eyes on him and called for him finally, as he was sitting inside the council chambers, as the Sanins, alongside with the rest of the councils, both shinobi and civilian and elders alongside Hiruzen were there. Let's answer begin. Naruto Uzumaki, Namikaze. As Hokages revealed your heritage now, we know that you were recognized as orphan before, and now you are recognized as Namikaze clan head. And not only that, you are to be arranged marriage with Hinata Hyuga and Sasuke Uchiha. As Naruto blessed, yes, I know. Naruto remembered when he first found out from his brother, as he spit out his ramen. What? What do you mean? Brother, it is true, and it was agreed before our birth. You mean some of the people knew that we were gonna born? I mean, both of us? No, they knew that a boy was going to be born, and initially they were to be married, all 4 of them to be married to the one person, but later on it was found out that we are going to be twins, and it was kept a secret. I see. I get it now. So, what now? Should I reject them or something? Or just go with the flow? I don't know, brother. It is kind of your own decision. I guess I'll go with the flow. It'll be worse because I'll be abandoning them as well and my responsibility. And I think I met them before, and they are both cute. Hehe. Naruto said, as Menma chuckled as well. You're a pervert, you know that? As QB also chuckled after listening into the conversation of the both persons, as QB was quite surprised with Naruto. He was an ideal Jinchuriki if he ever saw one. A person that could understand, keep his calm, and that could save a lot of lives. Maybe these two are the ones that will save this planet. One saving and bringing peace with his work, the other will be savior with his powers. I know what Gigi said. I will protect both of them. As one night at Naruto's apartment, Naruto still didn't live with his family and accepted the marriage agreements that his parents forced upon him. Menma came and gave half of the Kyuubi, transferring his chakra into Naruto as his coils were on fire that night, but the next day he survived. He was quite powerful and could use half of the Kyuubi's chakra. Kyuubi first taught him shadow clones, and with the help of shadow clones, Naruto learned what Menma couldn't in 13 years. He learned it in 6 months. And end of the flashback as we go to the present. Yes, I know about that, Naruto said, getting out of his stupidor. What else? And you healed 3 Kages from the villages, which earned us alliance. We want to give you the seat in the council, and we want you to become the head of the medical department and a pillar to the Konoha for the village to become prosperous. It'll be my honor. As Minato smiled at that. He was quite proud that Naruto achieved such feats, but he was also guilt-ridden because he didn't help his son. As they were talking, the Akatsuki struck, as the whole village was in shambles, as Naruto and Menma were on battlefield, as Naruto created many clones as he could, surprising everyone as they all went to get the civilians out of the harm's way, as Naruto made a blood clone that will go and save those that were endangered or harmed, as Naruto and Menma, with their battle synced and Kyuubi's power, formed 2 Biju avatars and started to take down the whole Akatsuki. And after the aftermath result was the whole Akatsuki was devastated and destroyed, completely beyond repair and anything, as the whole village cheered. And everyone was surprised by this. And after the whole village was repaired, both Menma and Naruto were hailed as heroes. Naruto was the one who gathered the peace, and he, alongside the help of his brother, destroyed the whole Akatsuki, protecting it as well. As after 2 years has passed, Naruto married happily with both of his wives and lived inside a home that he created with his own money and bought it. The first portion was for Satsuki, while the ground portion was for Hinata. As in a master bedroom, he slept with both of them happily, and Menma was happy as well. He also moved out from his parents and lived separately. As for both Minato and Kushina, they still tried to gain Naruto's trust, but he just couldn't forgive them. Even if he did, he wouldn't trust them. No, trust, once broken, can never be repaired. Those who said that, in Naruto's philosophy, it was a lie. Same could be said for Jiraiya and Tsunade. And they'll be damned. They knew that Naruto was a civilian, but Naruto just was so unpredictable that he was beyond them. They didn't know what to think of him. He was an enigma now in their eyes. And they knew they messed up big time. Oh well, it was already too late for reconciliation, so they went on with their lives. And that is the story of Naruto the Miracle Doctor, who saved many lives and earned many alliances and friends along this way. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out. Peace.